Okay, to start your assembly, you can go down to your assembly tab, and if there is none, go over to the plus, click on it, go up, create assembly. It'll bring up an assembly tab. Next, you got to bring in your parts. Go into insert. Now, if you did all your parts on the same page, they'll be here. And if not, I'll have to show you how to bring those in from another document. But first, let's do the easy way. Grab your base, click on it once, let go of the button, click on the screen. Now, you want to right click on this base and tell it to fix. We don't want it to move. Zoom out a little bit. Let's bring in the drum. Put that right there. Bring in the arm or the spoon. Put that right there. The other parts, let's put them off to the side. Let's bring in a spring plank right here. The stop over here. And the trigger right there. Click the check mark to accept. Alright, let's zoom into the base here. Now, we need these parts turned around. This is where our stop's going to go, so I want the gear on this side. So I'm going to click on top here with my cubes at. And then I'm going to click on the gear, and you'll see some arrows come up. This little circle here, if you pull it, starts to turn. Now you can go to 180 or you can just type in 180. That way you know it's exact. Click on the screen. Let's do the same thing to the arm. Click on it, turn it, and type in 180. Okay, now we're good. Now let's do our first mate. You're only going to use 2 mates in this whole assembly. You've got a fasten mate here, and you've got a revolute mate. The revolute turns, the fasten does not. So let's do our revolute mate first. Click on it. And then we're going to zoom in and we're going to turn. I'll go right up to the bottom of the gear. Now, when you look at it, you're going to see you have 3 of these mates. You got one here, one in the middle, one at the top. We want the one at the bottom. Click on it when the circle turns yellow or orange. Okay, you'll see it'll pop up here. Zoom out a little bit. Now we got to do the matching mate. We're going to go to this hole right here. And when that circle lights up, that's the one we want. It'll go right in place. Click the check mark. And let's turn around here. Let's go on the right side of this block. You see it's too far this way, so we need it to go to our left. We'll use offset. And it tells us it's going to be on the z-axis here. If I go into and I tell it 0.2 and enter, hang on. It's the first row. I need to go with the actual mate. That other mate was if I had started another one and I hadn't. So this one here, Revolute 1, click on it, edit, offset, and now you will see the z-axis pops up here. See it? And if you tell it 0.2, enter, it goes the other way. So we want to go with a negative. So let's go with a negative 0.2. If you zoom out, it's close. So let's try negative 0.25. That looks good. We'll accept that. All right. You turn your catapult, you will see the gear now spins. Okay. Now we got to go to this back side again. Notice the hole is the front, and I'm going to refer to the other side as the back. So that hole right there on that catapult, we want to turn that down so we can put the arm in there. There we go. We'll grab the arm, yank that back. Now we're going to go with our fasten mate. Click on the first one, and you're going to zoom in here to the catapult. You're going to look at that hole. Again, it has 3 mates. Got one at the bottom, one in the middle, one at the top. We want to go with the bottom one. Click that. It'll show up here. Go to the bottom of the catapult arm and click on that. Click accept. Now if you take your wheel, it catapult will move. Okay. Alright, next we want to do the stop. So if we look at our stop, we want this stop to be with the angle coming down and the high end in the front. So we're going to go take a look at it, and we need to make it go 90 degrees this way. So when you turn it, you should be able to see that it's like that with a point to the front, low into the back. Okay. On this one, we're going to use the top circle here as our first mate. Click fasten. Click that. Go to the bottom of the stop, and you want to click right here. Click accept. You can see it went in place. Alright, now we're going to do the spring. We're going to click on the right here. Move this trigger out of the way. And we're going to click on this and we're going to stand it straight up. So we'll go 90 with that one. We'll accept. Now I need 2 of these, so I'm going to right click here. I'm going to tell it copy part 1. I'm going to right click over here and I'm going to tell it paste part 1. Now I have 2 parts. Now let's do the spring in the center first. So we're going to go to the bottom and we're going to do a fasten mate. And you're going to look for, if you hover on the plank here, you'll see that one right there, right in the center. Click on it. Now on the bottom of the plank, click on the center of it. Click accept. All right. Now to do the other one, do this one a little different. We're going to go fasten mate. If we go, let's try this one here. If we go with the center of that right there, see how the blue line is pointing up and down? Then we'll go to the plank and we will choose the same thing on the plank or spring. Go right to the edge and find so that the arrow or the blue line is going straight up and down. Now let's check and see if it went where we wanted it to. That looks pretty good. Got even on both sides. All right, so that sets that one. Now for the trigger, we're going to put that over there. I'm going to turn our piece around to the left side and we're going to click. We got to spin this 90 degrees, so let's go to our top view. Click on that, turn it 90. All right. Click on screen, accept. Now, on this one, let's turn that 180. I'm not happy with that. That's got to go inside here. I was going to put it out here, but it's got to go inside. So click on this one more time. Turn it 180. So if you do it from scratch, you could have just done 90 and went up that way. I made an extra step for myself. Sorry about that. Grab this, pull this in. Now let's do a revolute mate. You're going to go on the inside bottom ring on that one. That's your first mate. Okay. Then you're going to go to the hole right there next to it and click that one. And then click OK. Now we go to the left, you're going to see this needs to be lined up with the gear. So we're going to go back to that mate, right click on it, edit, and we're going to tell it to offset. If we try 0.25, let's see what that does for us. Okay, let's go with negative 0.25. And that lines are right up. That would work. And we can animate this. We can mess with it in class a little more to get where we want it to be. But for now, it's assembled and it does work. All right, get them assembled, and the next one we will animate it. Thanks.